Heidi here. Welcome to another thrift haul. This time I've got a few things I've been buying with summer in mind. I'll start off with a couple of charity shop finds. The first one I'm actually wearing, it's this just plain black chain. It is metal, and I can't remember exactly how much it was because the price was on when the hanging hooks got taken off. I'm fairly sure it was $1.95 or something like that. It had been reduced, so that was a win for me. The other thing I found is a nice plain mesh top, and this was only $2.25. It is originally a pretty little thing, but you know, a mesh top is a mesh top. And it is a UK 6, so it does fit very nicely around the shoulders. But because I want to use it for layering both over and under things, I will need to take in the kind of lower torso area, just because it doesn't sit flat against my waist. And I want it to fit that way, so I'll just do a quick alteration for that one. I quite like that it's a kind of t-shirt with the sleeves. I don't really have a lot of t-shirt things. Obviously I'm wearing one right now, but a lot of the stuff I have is, you know, either sleeveless or straps, so this will be really great to layer underneath and over. There's a bit of an extra thing. Next we have a Depop find. I don't really use Depop that much anymore, just occasionally, and I found this incredible top. So I hadn't actually been planning to buy this initially because it was listed as £40, but I had liked it, and then the seller offered it to me for £25, which I thought was a much more reasonable price, and for that I was definitely willing to buy it. I wear a size UK 8 generally on top, and it fits really nicely, but it doesn't actually have a size on the garment itself. That's the brand there. I'm not sure, I think this might be vintage, so I'm not sure if this company is still around. Might have a quick look, because obviously they make good stuff. The rest of the items I bought on Vinted, as I do with most things now. I do already own a few white things, but I thought this would be a great addition. I do quite like wearing white as a bit of a change occasionally, especially in summer if it's quite warm. It's just nice to have the option, and I really like how this has got this kind of sort of weathering effect with the black. I probably wouldn't have bought it if it was just plain white, but with this I really like that. I also just really love all the line work of it as well. On the listing it wasn't obvious that these studs are actually the kind of sparkly stones, so I'm gonna have to find a way of taking those off because I don't like sparkly bits like this. But apart from that, I think it will be fine. Although the waistband fits great, it's a really nice low rise skirt, but I was anticipating it being a slightly more A-line. And it's, I mean, it fits around the legs, but it's not got much wiggle room. So I may end up adding a bit of fabric in the side, just so it's a bit more comfortable. The brand of this one is CH2. Can't say I'd heard of this one before. And I'll put on the screen how much it was. Another non-black item. When I saw these, I almost immediately bought them. They're exactly the kind of thing that I've been on the lookout for. I've always been into post-apocalyptic clothing, and this very much has that sort of feel to it. The brand is Darker Waves, which is a Dolls Kill brand, so it's not something I would ever buy new. But I really love this design with this kind of ribbed fabric down the front and the back. and especially these straps on the ankle as well. It's got the logo on that one, and they do come off, so if I wanted to I could cross them over. They are much more high rise than I want them, so I will be lowering the waist, although I wore these yesterday for our first barbecue of the season, and I just folded it down because I had a dress laid over it, and that worked fine. I was thinking I might have to take them in a bit because, as you can see, they are a medium, but they do actually fit quite nicely, which is weird because I have a pair of jeans from the same brand which were also a medium, and I had to take them in quite a lot. So it just goes to show that sizing is so inconsistent. I am actually expecting a parcel to be delivered today from Vinted, so hopefully that arrives before I put my phone away. But another mesh top. I've been seeing this design from Devil Fashion on various garments, and I've been really wanting something from this range, so I found this top a short while ago, and even though it is a medium supposedly, I can't actually see any sizing labels on it, but I can see there's one that's been cut off, so I'm assuming it was on there. But I bought this because I've really been wanting to find this circuit board pattern. As you may have noticed, that's a pattern I like quite a lot, and I have tried it on. I will need to take it in a bit, but I was expecting that anyway, and there are quite a few alterations that I want to make to this, which I had decided before I'd even bought it. So all of these clips here and on the side I will be taking off, and the collar I will also be removing, and this kind of fake leather lining, well, not lining, this fake leather edging here I will also be taking off because I don't like any of it. And luckily it seems like the pattern on the sides won't suffer too much. When I take it in, it'll be okay, I think. I'm also thinking of replacing this zip with a black plastic zip. I feel like that will suit it much better. Look what arrived in time for me to include it. This is probably the only time you're ever going to see me opening a parcel, because any other time I would just open it when it arrives, because I don't like to wait for these things. So it's a bodysuit, and it's just a mesh one. Okay. So it's an off-the-shoulder one, and it's got a cutout at the front. I'm not sure how that's going to sit because it looks quite low down, but we'll see when I try it on. As I have mentioned in previous videos, I find bodysuits really handy for layering, and I've currently only got one other one that's a long sleeve, and I can always use mesh. There's been a lot of mesh in this haul. So yeah, we'll see how this fits when I try it on. It looks like it should actually be okay. Hopefully I won't have to do any alterations. So it's ASOS design, and it is a UK 8. I have 3 more items to finish off the video. First of all, this Poison Industries dress. I wore this the same day that it arrived, so I have already made some alterations. I'll show a video of how it looked originally, but I didn't like the length of it, and I didn't like how the skirt was just really plain. So I did a little bit of a shaped hem. I like it a lot better now. I really liked that all the hardware on this is black. I might have to move this because it's quite bothersome. It's a really big label. But we will see. This front and back lacing are functional, whereas these ones are just decorative. The final 2 items are actually still in the bags. This one got delivered today whilst I was out getting this one. This one got shipped to one of those lockers, but I had to get the bus to go and get this one because there aren't any particularly close to me. So yeah, I managed to acquire that one, and we've got this one too. The seller did actually discount it for me because I was asking about the postage before I realised that they were based in the US. I don't know, I was umming and ahhing a bit about whether I wanted to risk getting it sent to the locker and not being able to go and get it. But they reduced the price a bit for me, so I thought, you know what, we'll just go for it. It wasn't expensive at all. So yeah. And it is a swimsuit, in case you couldn't tell. But I'm gonna probably wear this more as a bodysuit anyway, rather than a swimsuit, because I don't really go swimming very often. And it's also by Devil Fashion, like that other top that I have. Although it says Devil Face, Devil Fashion. I'm guessing that's a different range, maybe. So I'll see how this is on. And here we have the final thing, which appears to be wrapped in part of an IKEA bag. It is an IKEA bag. Okay. Darker waves, as you can see. And they are a medium, so they'll be quite baggy and oversized. These ended up being way more oversized than I thought they would be. The drawstring and the waistband is functional, so I can get them to stay up. But I will absolutely need to be altering these both in length and the width of the leg as well. This degree of oversized is just unwearable for me because it's too much fabric. That's everything that I have to show you today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!